Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. Today's vlog is going to be a little different. We're going to be doing a voiceover of how I wind down after working my 9 to 5 during the day. So I start by checking my email one last time once it hits 5 o'clock. I also go ahead and change my playlist because I like to have a more casual, low-key type of chill out playlist after 5 o'clock. That's how I start to wind down from all the stress and busyness of work. Then I go ahead and minimize all my applications, and then I force close them out. That way I don't get any of the other notifications throughout the night into the next morning, just in case I go on the computer later on and use it for, just like checking emails or checking Facebook or whatever. So once I have my playlist going, I just check my phone for a little bit. I'm not really on my phone during the day, especially when it's busy like it was today. Then I go ahead and lock my screen. So that way I can turn my monitors off. I turn my monitors off, but I don't shut the computer down. This just kind of prevents me from staying on there for hours and hours and watching way too much YouTube. So after that, I purposely walk away from my desk and I go sit on my bed and I start to read. So I'm currently reading 2 books. I don't normally read 2 books at once, but with the way things are right now, and I just joined a book club, so I'm going to be reading 2 books at once. I'm currently reading Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, and I am starting to read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This is the book club book, so I'm purposely pushing it off until the last minute so that I have it fresh in my mind. The meeting is in a week and a half, so I should have it done by then. I heard it's really, really good, heard great things about it, so I'm excited to start reading it. I only got a few pages in because it turns out, which you guys will see later, that I actually ended up going out tonight. So I just kind of read the beginning, a couple pages of the first chapter. There's a lot of quotes in the beginning, which is cool. And he dedicates it to the healthcare workers and first responders, which I thought was awesome because it did come out in 2020, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I only heard great things about this book, so I'm really excited to start it and see where it goes. So these are the covers of the books. I really like Where the Crawdad Sings, the cover of it. It's just really bright and really opening, and I feel like it portrays a big part of the book really, really well. It is a big one. It's like 360 pages or so. I'm on chapter 17, so it is taking me a little bit longer to read, and The Midnight Library isn't too bad. I just really like the look and feel of new books, so I like to fan through them. They also have a good, new book smell if you're into that. So after I finish reading, I scroll again. Like I said before, I don't do a lot of scrolling during the day, so I like to catch up on all the DMs that I missed, the people tagging me in their posts, people commenting on my posts, people liking my posts. I do post in the middle of the day. That's when I feel like most people are on and I get the most engagement. So I post around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then my phone is just going and going and going all day. I could turn the notifications off, but I don't know. I keep them on. I like to see what's going on. So I just got a text saying I needed to go find something to eat. So that's why I got up, got some water. Also, I don't drink a lot of water during the day, which I really, really, really need to work on. So I have my hydro flask with me at all times. It is a 40-ounce bottle. It's huge. I try to drink 4, sometimes 3, but I try to do 4 during the day. So it goes with me everywhere. After that, it's kind of like a gloomy night. So I turn on my lights. I have these window lights. I don't know, kind of just sets the mood, sets the vibe. So I put those on because I don't like having the big light on. I just like a little light here and there. So these kind of frame out my window box, which is the best part of my room, if I'm being honest. Since it's so rainy and gross, I am going to put the blinds down. It's also probably 5:30 at this point, 5:45. So yeah, trying to get things settled because I know I am going out tonight and I want to have things ready so I'm not scrambling at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock when I get home. So I put all the windows down, so they're kind of loud, so that's why you guys don't have the volume on for that. But yeah, that's my window box. And I'm also, like I said, I am going out, so I'm going to change. I typically put a new outfit on after work, not something super crazy or anything, but I do like to change. So I am putting on my Lululemon leggings. These are the Aligns, Unwinds, I want to say. Yeah, they are the Unwinds. And just like a random sweatshirt. So, because it's raining, gross, and don't need to put on anything crazy. So after that, I put my diffuser on. This is what I do to set up for the night when I get home. It starts to leak sometimes, so I always try to put my hand under it so it doesn't leak on my books. But I get a water bottle and then I fill it up to the max. There's no real max capacity line, but I have a feeling that the line that I fill up to is that line. So I kind of just do that, and then once I get that all squared away, throw the bottle out, I start to pick out what I want to diffuse for the rest of the night. So since I am leaving, I like to set this up so that when I go to sleep, I just pop it on and then it's good to go. So I do peace and calming for the night, put a couple drops of that, a couple of drops of lemon. Even though this is the Vitality one, I still use it. Then I have lavender. The lavender is my favorite to go to sleep with. It just, I don't know, it sets the tone. It gives me like a nice relaxed feel to it. So I do, I think like 4 drops of the peace and calming. If not 4, then 3. And then I do lavender and lemon. So I just go through and put all those drops in. I'm not going to turn the diffuser on now. It's still way too early for that. I like to put it on as soon as I go to bed. And then when I wake up, if it's still on, then I have that to kind of ease into my morning with. It's not like a rushed type of morning. So after that, I realized I forgot to put peppermint in. So I go and get the peppermint. There it is. And I put a couple of drops of that in there. And after that, I kind of just put the diffuser together, put all the caps back on, but I don't, like I said, I don't turn it on until later on when I get home. So there we go, and then I kind of just, just leave it there. After that, I go back, and I'm very guilty of this, I scroll on my phone. So I'm trying to limit my screen time, but I've noticed since I'm not on my phone very much during the day, I am on my phone a pretty decent amount at night. So if you guys don't know, which I don't think I've actually said it on here yet, I run a book review, bookstagram kind of account. It's grown like really big, really fast. I've had the account now for maybe 3 weeks and I'm already over, I think I'm at like 1.3K now. This is a couple days later, so I think it's at 1.3, but I'll get back to you guys on that. If you're interested in that kind of thing, that realm of Instagram, definitely give me a follow. I'll link it down below. You don't have to follow it if you don't want to. Like, if you're not into that, just don't follow it, if I'm just being honest. It's pretty cool. I post like midpoint reviews and reviews, but I don't give any spoilers because I know some people haven't read the books yet, and I wouldn't want that done to me. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a fun account. I have like a whole big aesthetic, I guess we can say, that I have on there, and Face ID doesn't work, so I had to move the camera. But there's my personal, if you guys want to follow me on there. A little bit of a shameless plug. There's a also kind of color scheme for that, but I'm starting to move away from that ever so slightly. So this is just my most recent post. I got a new car. It's fantastic. I love it. It's so much better than my previous car. But yeah, here's my books account that I was just talking about before. It's Coffee and Goodreads with an underscore. Basically the things I love the most. I've always been a reader, but I think now that I have noticed that my screen time is very high, I'm trying to find activities that don't involve the screen, and reading has been one of them. So now we're finally at the point where I have to start getting going and figuring out what's for dinner. So we walk downstairs, we go to the freezer, and we find what we're gonna have. So we're having burgers, and I decided I want a quinoa veggie burger, and my dad cut up some avocado and tomatoes, so I ended up just putting avocado on there. I don't know, I'm not a big tomatoes gal. And then after that, we spontaneously took a drive to Home Goods, and I love Home Goods, but it was kind of like rainy and gross. As much as I looked very happy, I wasn't. I found this mug too. I don't drink hot coffee, but it's really cute and I really wanted it. I didn't get it though, sadly. And then we go to my favorite section, which is the like office desk section. Didn't get anything from there either. I ended up walking out of I ended up walking out of Home Goods with nothing, which is very rare for me. But I don't know. It was just like really crowded. Like the stuff was just all over the place. So I didn't end up getting anything. But funny thing about that candle, I expected like a more musky smell and I got fruity. That's not New York, so I don't know who made that, but they need to really go to New York. So we leave Home Goods and go through the rain to get home, and then I end up eating, which I didn't end up showing you guys because by the time I finished eating, it was gone. So I was really hungry, but once I got home for the night, this is a couple hours later, I brushed my teeth. I use this like charcoal activated toothpaste from, I think it's Crest or Colgate. I don't remember. I think it's Crest. Nope, it's Colgate. Anyway, yeah, I brush my teeth. There I am. Go all over. I have 2 permanent retainers actually in my mouth. That's a fun fact. I haven't gotten them removed because I'm just afraid that my teeth are going to shift again. So brush my teeth, send a couple texts, do my mouthwash, and then I started using this like whitening brush from Colgate. I haven't really noticed an extreme difference yet, just kind of like bits and pieces. I probably just need to be more consistent with it, but it does, I don't know, I think it does work a little bit. But then after that, I get my water set up for the night, and then I adjust my plant because I don't want it like crushed up against my bottle, and we're back to the diffuser. So it goes through all these colors that you'll see, and then it finally just goes like no color and diffuser, which is how I go to sleep with it. And once I cycle through, I go and turn my lights off, and that's about it.